Maddie, hello! Yes, the damn tech guy was not techie enough at all. And we are going to be playing some D&D. Hello and welcome to this FBF Nerd Night. My name is John and I am joined by Geoff. No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
Geoff! Geoff, where are you? Geoff?
It's disappeared again.
Change the script.
Where are you, Geoff?
Yeah. Sean is here.
Oh, Joe.
Martin Madrazo is here as well for some reason.
He is. He's always here.
Martin Madrazo is always watching you.
He's always with us.
Whether you want him to be or not.
This is my favorite D&D series with the cheesy bastards.
I'm also
cheesy
joined.
bastards.
I'm also joined by Ben again.
Hello. Yes, it's Ben again.
Scar is here,
Hello.
and
fucking-
and Carboom joins us as well.
Hello, everyone.
He did it
Hi.
normal. That's
That's
lame.
fine. That's...
Yeah.
Sean, hi.
By the way, it's the first D&D we do after Comic Con.
Yes.
This is the first D&D we've done since Comic Con. This is how we ease back into things with some more tomb of. Actually, Scar.
Revelation.
There we go.
We finally know each other's faces.
We know several people's faces.
We don't know all. Crumpet, for example.
Yeah, Sean.
We didn't see you,
I
Crumpet.
still keep forgetting to give references.
Sean didn't make it to Comic Con. Tanny didn't make it to Comic Con. Tanny, the Rainbow Dragon, is going to be with us in a few minutes. They are just tidying some stuff up. But we decided, yeah, you know, these things happen.
It does.
It's those damn timeshare people.
Yes.
We thought we would.
Hello. My name is Pasta. What are you doing with that knife?
Ow. That really hurt.
We thought we would get started, and people can join us as we go. And to actually get started, I need to open a PDF. So talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Would anybody like to remind us as to where we are and what is happening with your guys?
Last time I drank was here.
Basically,
Last time we had to eat snakes. This was disgusting.
Yay!
Protein
Nice,
snakes.
dude.
apparently Maddie thought it was Postman Pat, not Pasta Pat. I think that's a different thing.
What are you on?
Also, we destroy Ben's flute.
Destroy Ben's flute.
Yeah.
We didn't get into any fights, which was surprising.
You managed to avoid fights, which is good.
Well, the only
we
fight that
did
nearly
what
happened.
We did what the little tiny black people did, and that kept us safe.
The little black people. Okay, this is going too far already.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I made myself an amulet. Also.
Held by the entire group.
Yeah, that just makes it more special.
And yeah, no, we Tani tried to murder me.
Did.
The Chewinga, that's it.
Chewinga. Remember the Chewinga?
Yes, the wonderful Chewinga. The wonderful little fellows. They helped us out a lot.
They did. Oh, Chewingas.
They showed us how to deep throat snakes.
They did. I wish they hadn't.
Slither. Ugh.
But they said we'd earn more money if we did it that way.
And on the plus side, I didn't die thanks to my
Yeah,
constitution.
because we didn't get into fights, you didn't die that episode.
Oh yeah, and we got some pity.
God bless the spoon.
We got some pity bonus by the GM, who, for example, decided that Ben should have no constitution save problems anymore, and that I should be able to use my short bow once in a while. And
So you climb to the top of the
Pyramid.
ziggurat in Mbala and met with the guardian there, who told you that the mysteries that you had, the curse that you sought to thwart, seem to tie in with local legends about a hidden town called Omu, which is far to the south of Chult and between two locations that I can't quite remember the names of at the moment.
The Peaks of Flame and the fucking, where is it? I can't fucking find it. Hang on.
The Peaks of Flame.
The Peaks of Flames in the Valley of Lost Honor.
There we go.
Ah, yeah.
You wanted to be the first one to say this.
I make notes, damn it.
He makes notes
Here's
for a
our
reason.
historian.
So the land of ash and smoke, and in the land of ash and smoke are the Peaks of Flame. And then there's the Valley of Lost Honor. And between the two of them lie the hidden city of Omu, which it seems to be your overall goal might lie there. Upon leaving the ziggurat, you headed... you started to head south when you were confronted by...
The most terrifying pixie.
A pixie.
Riding on a porcupine.
Correct. You were confronted by Quill, riding on Spike, who had burnt his wings. His wings had been burnt off in an incident several years ago, and no form of magic had been able to recover them.
He gave him shiny stuff.
You feel sorry for him.
And
Oh, poor Quill.
he claims to have found a well of wishes that will heal any wound, and he just needs the help of some protectors to take him there. And in exchange for taking him there, he is promising you access to something very special. Something very special indeed. The Pixie-linked Astral Network Transportation System.
Which will certainly come in handy.
Which is a method by which the pixies can move between the trees, and the friends of pixies can do the same should they so choose. And so when last we saw our heroes, they were bedding down for the night. Somewhere just south of Orolunga in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And it was wonderful.
And the following morning, you awaken.
Hold on, I have an ocarina.
Hello, Queen Creeps. You are here.
Ah, hello.
Hello. Hi.
It is good to see you in a stream where you're not audibly here.
That's
welcome.
where you're not playing a character, just getting infuriated by absolutely everything.
You just get to be infuriated by absolutely everything as yourself now.
Yeah. Just sat in a room screaming at the
Screaming at the telly.
as we fail at everything. It's like... That's what's we all...
So you wake up, and an ocarina is playing.
No.
Yay.
Ben, do you want to make a performance check for us?
Wait, I have the ocarina now?
He's
Sure.
got half a fucking flute. How can he perform something?
You've carved an ocarina out of something.
Which will.
Right, so performance check.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
It's not a great sounding ocarina. He has literally just carved it out of a tree. So
I'm gonna make it better, guys. I will make this better.
You can hear in the camp far away, like, oh fucking God, no!
Make it stop!
About
Here it is.
halfway.
Every time you break one, I'm going to start making a new one.
I'm going to make more and more complex instruments until you stop.
About
Next
halfway
one's
through the
trombone.
Can I try crafting a flute?
about halfway through the tune, he actually stops playing and puts the instrument down and starts pulling the splinters from his lips before he carries on and finishes it.
You take 3 points of damage.
You are poisoned.
You head off following Quill, who continues to ride on the back of Spike, who has packed everything back into his bag. And he continues to ask questions, and Tammy continues to answer as best she can, and Tammy continues to ask Spike questions, and Spike doesn't seem to answer anything because he's a porcupine.
Incessant chatter.
But there's constant pixie chatter going back and forth between Tammy, Spike, and Quill, and somehow Spike, you never hear take part in the conversation, but the two pixies act as if he is. But basically, you continue heading south, and eventually you reach a break in the tree line to a little bit of an opening.
Can we take a look? Can we try and see if there's anything we can see of
important?
You can. You do notice. Roll a perception check, everybody.
You do notice that you have to roll a perception check.
You do notice that I'm asking you to roll a dice.
You notice someone suddenly asked you to roll a dice. It's weird.
You hadn't realised that there was a voice in the sky.
No.
and Torin
you notice a bespectacled bearded man in the sky.
Whoa!
Oh, Philly, you definitely notice stuff.
You notice everything.
Funny.
Sorry.
So it's been about 2 hours of travel, and you're just getting to the edge of this particular row of trees, this particular wooded segment. And Philippe, you stop, and you cock your head sideways, and Quill pauses for a moment on Spike, and holds his hand up, and
hello.
And Tammy.
It is now that Tanny appears.
Romad bursts out of the underbrush.
It is now.
You left me behind while I was sleeping. How dare you?
It is now everybody but Torin notices that the woods have gone oddly silent.
Just give me a second. It seems like I can't even.
No, carry on.
The woods have got oddly silent. Up until this point, there's been chirping of birds and bugs, cricketing and squeaking and making bug noises and
We're all going to fucking racket.
Otherwise,
There's one of them playing an ocarina.
The noises of nature. And now things have gone oddly silent, and Quill reaches into his saddlebag and pulls out a tiny little a tiny little bow made from one of Spike's quills with a piece of plant fiber.
Mm-hmm.
And then moments later, actually, he also says a thing. There are predators
Can we
about.
hear it?
And moments
Romad
later,
suddenly starts scat singing.
you hear a growling
Ah.
and the sound of Tanny leaving, I think, and reappearing.
Hello.
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 Nothing. I can't seem to hear all of you. What the heck? Unless I can read all of you for some reason.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
Technical difficulties, guys.
Hello.
Hear our prayer.
Audio tech guy,
Testing.
do your
Testing.
work.
Testing.
Testing.
One.
This is not a drill, it's a chicken. Chicken.
Chicken.
It's quite obvious.
Chicken.
Why would you think it's real?
I just saw down my output device, and then the first thing I hear was basically chicken that scared the crap out of me. I fixed it, guys!
Yay!
Yay! The chicken worked.
The power of the chicken.
My god, if we ever come across the spoon of the chicken, we'll be unstoppable.
If we manage to get hold of Bob, we'll be unstoppable.
Okay, can I get a marching order, guys?
You
No.
can't get a marching order, it's not your...
All right. I
Yeah.
guess. Okay.
I would probably be like in second position because I have good perception.
I'm usually wandering at the back.
So Riordan's at the back. Philippe is sort of second. Who's in the front?
Not me, because I seem to be somewhere that's nowhere near you guys.
Okay, I'm not going to be in front.
I'll be in front because I am the fucking wall of metal.
I'm going to be right next to our porcupine guy.
Well, the porcupine guy is at the front. He is leading you.
Hang on a second,
All right,
guys.
so I'm not going to be. I'm going next to Philip then.
Uh,
Hello.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Hello from the other side.
Oh, great.
This has looked wonderful so far.
Oh,
But I like
it's a doggy.
dire wolves. I don't want to kill them.
Doggy, doggy, doggy.
So for whatever reason, you're walking in a single file line at the moment.
Because it's always proven to be a good idea.
Hi-ho! Hi-ho!
And as soon as there's the sound of howling, Spike just disappears into the undergrowth, with Quill hanging on the back going, "Whoa, guys!"
Well done.
Tammy flaps her wings and takes off the back of
Oh my
Spike
god,
just
we've
in
got a
time
Certidimus.
to not be dragged off into the undergrowth.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys would be ever so kind and follow the latest artwork I just purchased, which says roll for initiative, please.
Oh. But what if you don't want to?
I don't
Yeah.
care.
Oh, I thought I was going to be last.
Initiative.
Hang on, I'll quickly highlight me and I'll fold the initiative.
Okay, sorry. Where am I?
You did an 11.
You're on the page.
I did
Hello?
14.
Gosh darn it. Wait just a sec.
I did it too.
Sprinkle. Someone's disappeared or reappeared. One of the two.
You sound like me when I'm a Dane.
How do? This is going very
can't-
bad.
I can't select. I don't know why.
Oh.
Hello
Hello?
again. Hi again.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Select your characters and make initiative.
Oh,
I
wrong.
want to. You can't make me.
Can
Yes, we can.
someone
Otherwise
hear
we can't
me?
play the game.
Yes,
yeah,
we can hear you.
This is going
Okay,
so well.
I can select my token. And
There is your
Person.
token.
yep, thanks. No, I can't. Thank you. So,
I did not. There we go. I made an initiative.
shit.
There you go.
Initiative.
You happy now?
No, because you did not select your characters, or not in the list.
Shut up.
Reroll!
No, I can put you in the list.
But I want her to reroll.
Yes, but
No, go turn into a furry or something.
I probably will.
Knowing you.
okay, let's move on over to the map screen to see the horror that's about to unfurl as this wolf gets to go first.
It's just wolfy wolves.
Has anyone
5,
got a
10,
bone?
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
John, I just want to mention that I do have a pig's ear in my in my pocket.
So the wolf comes bounding up towards you, smelling fresh meat.
Fresh meat.
Philippe,
Yes,
it is your
So-
turn.
I'm just checking for my special trait. So I have a speed of 30 feet each turn.
Yep.
I want to use the feline agility to go straight to the dire wolf.
Okay.
So yeah, so I can leap over there, and I wanna try.
If you run past this wolf, it will try and bite you.
Okay.
What did you
I'm-
say there, Sean?
I'm still gonna try it.
Yep.
So the wolf bites out at you on the way past, and doesn't hit your armor class.
Okay. And then since I join him, I try use my halberd.
Are you raging?
Yes, I'll start my rage as well. That's good because it's basically a giant dog and I'm a giant cat, so you know.
Cats versus dogs.
It's literally a dog and cat fight right here.
Yeah.
But I have also an halberd.
So
So-
you've got big claws then.
That is a hit.
I hope so. Otherwise we're fucked.
Oh yeah.
So roll damage 6.
Slash him!
You bring the halberd down, and it slashes into the dire wolf, and the dire wolf looks up at you and goes,
It giggles.
Get you the bird somehow.
Yours are very confirmed.
Torin Visidsegesh.
Yes.
That's such a mouthful, though.
It is your turn. There is a wolf bearing down upon you and your comrades.
Not time. It's not the
Comrades?
first time. It's not the first time Torrens heard that. Anyway, I go up to this wolf because it's closest. And
That's a
I
fair
shall-
way of guessing between wolves.
I shall smack it with me hammer.
Fair dues.
For a second, I
Roll
thought
that
was
there. Roll that there hammering.
Roll that there hammer in.
it's whack-a-mole but with wolf.
Nope.
No.
Oh wow.
Oh, you smash your foot.
Still with a +1.
You slip on a bit of grass and just bury the
Yeah.
hammer next
I was
to
like
the wolf.
+8.
Look what I'm going to do to you next turn.
The wolf is not very intimidated because it isn't.
He didn't like the grass.
I wasn't attempting to intimidate it, but
To be fair,
Well.
a fight between a lizard man and a wolf is no match to a fight between a cat and a wolf.
Mhm.
So it
Philippe,
makes sense.
the dire wolf turns and tries to clamp its jaws around you,
Of course he tries.
and with a 22, it hits you.
Okay.
Of course it does.
Mhm.
You take 14 points of damage,
Ouch!
and
Remind me not to stay standing next door to this one.
and can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Yes, I can.
strength saving throw. It breaks
Strength saving throws and strength. I made
And it
15.
it attempts to pull you down to the ground,
It attempts to pull you down to his level.
but you stay you remain upright and proud.
I will not be put down by a dog.
Tammy, it is Tammy's turn. Tanny, Tanny. It is time for Tanny to do.
It's going to be
It's the pixie's go.
Take a fucking time!
Timmy, yeah.
What
There's
will
literally a tongue twister right there, guys.
what will
Maybe
what will
Tammy
Tammy do?
comments.
Run!
Pray.
She could probably distract one of them. Like, probably this one.
She makes the fairy dance.
Okay, so if she stands here, she can give Torin advantage.
Yep.
I think she's got a...
I think she's got,
I think she's got a weapon, but it
She
doesn't...
does have a weapon, but I can't remember what it was.
It doesn't do a great deal of damage, I don't think, but she can
I
try and...
think-
No, but she can use it just to distract the,
Yeah, she's got a long sword. It does 1 point of damage if she hits.
She can try and get on his head and start stabbing his head. Just, I'm gonna stab you. It's literally just like a prick on the, like a needle prick, really.
Ah, that would
Thank
piss
God
it
that you
off.
justified what kind of prick.
Oh, actually, no, she would get advantage. 1 second, let me roll her attack again.
She does also have a short bow as well.
Oh, is that enough to hit? That is enough to hit.
Oh.
Hooray!
She jabs her tiny little sword into the back of the wolf, and it
Hooray,
howls. It howls in pain.
Hooray for the
Nice.
toothpick.
Romad.
Yep. I'm gonna move over here and use my hand axe on it.
Okay.
I'll have the advantage as well, won't I?
No.
No, okay, fair enough. I'll just use it. Doink. Oh no, I pressed the wrong thing. Here we go. Ah!
See,
You
not easy, is it?
you also run over next to it and slip as you get there.
It must be a fake. Well, it did rain the other day, so
It did like
it is a tropical place, so this is literally his disadvantage. Oh, jumps up, slips.
You should
So
have
Ron
borrowed Tammy's
runs
sword.
over, and tries his best to save Tammy, but by the time he gets there and about to swing his hand out, he slips and falls on his face. Once again, Romad is dirty, and now he is groaning in pain.
So another wolf charges up next to you,
God damn it.
Romad, and attempts to sink its fangs into you. Does a 14 hit your armor class? It does.
It does.
So you take 6 points of damage from the wolf.
Mine still has 26 current points on there.
You should be at full.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't really, so I'll be at 21 then. I didn't restore it when
Okay.
last time we played session.
You should have been at full, so yeah.
Yeah, I got up on 21 now, so.
And then can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Saving strength. Where's my strength?
Oh. The wolf bounds up to you and sinks its fang and pounces and sinks its fangs into you, and it drags you down to the ground, and you are knocked prone.
Fucking hell, man.
So you are laying on the ground.
Must have got my Yeah, I got a new scar now, guys. You'll have like an awesome wolf bite on my shoulders.
That can be prone for now. So you are literally laying on the ground as the wolf is
He's basically got me pinned down.
pinning you down. Yeah.
Yeah. Ouch.
Smack his nose.
Riodan Ethrana.
I'm just having like a flashback of watching The Revenant now.
Okay. I'm going to run down here
And deck this wolf.
and smack this wolf on the head with a quarterstaff.
There's his squat stuff. I missed that.
Roll it. That is enough to hit it.
Yeah.
Sophie!
Spank it.
Did I just hear that?
Okay.
Yeah, she did.
Trying
So-
to spank it hard.
You bring the quarterstaff down, and the wolf howls in pain.
He's been a naughty, naughty wolf.
Would you like to use your key points to do flurry of blows?
Yes, I will use a key point to use a flurry of blows on this one.
So you get to make You get to make 2 additional attacks, and then you get to disengage and move 10 feet away.
Yep.
Or 10 feet more than you can move in a round.
Yeah, so
So
I can move another 25 feet, so...
you can run the F away.
Exactly. So I'm going to hit him again with the quarterstaff.
Roll that. That will hit.
Ooh.
That will hit.
Wow.
That is a dead wolf.
That is a very naughty wolf.
Naughty wolf.
So you bring...
And then I do run away. I am going to move now. Let me just see.
Like all the way away, back to fucking Port Nyanzaro by the look of this.
Why do you flee? You killed one. Kill the other.
Right, I'm going
Bye,
to
guys.
move.
Let's face it, if he stands...
Basically, I'm going to run over there, and that's the end of my turn there.
So
Because let's
basically...
face it, we know I'm a glass cannon here, so at least then I can sort of get a bit out of the way.
Riordan stumbles in and just kind of cracks down on the wolf twice with his quarterstaff, and then just stumbles off. And it's just...
You don't know me.
It's just swaying at the top of a cliff. Or hill, really.
Yeah.
Theodos, we finally get to your turn.
So I've been witnessing all that, not moving apparently.
It's been
and I
about 6
decide-
seconds.
Yeah, well, 6 seconds of not moving is a lot, really. But I'm going to go there and turn into a wolf.
Okay.
Ooh. Wolf on wolf action.
Fine. God, such a
And
furry.
I'll be trying to bite the Mr. Wolf that's just there and get him off Romad.
Mr. Wolf, I challenge you as a fellow wolf.
I want to see if that actually does something.
Now this is just confusing.
It would be like,
The other
why
wolf now comes around
Mr.?
and mounts.
And Riordan doesn't know which wolf to hit, so he hits both.
The other wolf, now in heat, turns around and mounts.
Okay, so you attempt to bite the wolf.
Yep.
Ooh.
And you succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And you deal it a bit of damage. Quite a bit of damage.
Is it off me now?
And it howls in pain, and I need to work out how to make character sheets that
Yeah.
link to
Yeah,
individual
because you
characters.
actually took my life points away with this.
Yeah, apparently that didn't work the way I hoped it would, but we'll work on that
I'm
one.
leaving you, John.
And then the wolf needs to make a
It's
strength saving throw, which it does not. So you drag this wolf down to the ground.
Yay.
So currently, this Romad's on the bottom of this pile of wolves, right?
Romad is at the bottom of a pile of wolves. The wolf on top being...
To be fair,
Get this thing off of me!
my goal was to take the wolf off Romad. So if I pin him, it would be just next to Romad.
No. I prefer the idea that you're on under a pile.
Yeah,
It's basically that scene from... It's that scene from Lord of the Rings with
Yeah.
Gimli underneath the wolf.
Romad is currently gimliing under the wolf.
I am Gillian under the walls. This is not
Philly.
my day.
Yes,
It is your turn. There is a
Yeah,
dire
you
wolf.
can.
I shall. So the dire wolf is right in front of me, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. big
So
wolf.
I shall use my halberd to push it into his face with all my might.
Okay, roll that thing.
I made it.
That hits.
Oh yay! 13.
That's not
Ouch.
bad. It howls in a bit of pain, but isn't down just yet.
Yeah.
Torin
You shall
Vasitisagiesh.
suffer.
Right. I turn to this wolf pile. I shall go up to this one. This is the bad one, right?
That is the bad one.
You'll find out after you kill it.
I just imagine Torin just before he brings down the hammer. You sure it's the bad one, okay?
No, even better than that.
As
He's
I'm
looking
about
at the
to-
two, just doing
as I'm about to
eeny,
smack
meeny,
you, just
miny,
like-
no.
As I'm about to smack it, it's
Yes, if it's you, shoot an arrow.
It's fine. If you hit your friend, he just turns back into an elf.
And starts screaming, "You moron!"
Right. I shall swing my warhammer at it.
Okay, so you're at an advantage because you're stood over a prone figure.
I get advantage.
You
We're
get
making a wolf sandwich right now.
you get advantage.
Just take off me.
16.
That is a hit.
Damn horse.
I'm not. I'm none. 10
I think you kill him.
plus whatever.
That is a jammy wolf now.
God.
Romance,
It was still on top of Romad, so Romad is now very much winded.
you are covered in sort of the jam of what was once a wolf.
I am literally
Well,
not
I
happy right
literally
now.
like managed to,
Can you pick that up?
I managed to smack it like right on the back of its head, so it's like all of it's like all the blood around its nose.
Don't
And
fight on top of me! Get the
and
hell off me!
Some like snot was in there as well. It's not enough.
I
Oh,
just
you
hope.
guys-
I just.
Lovely grey matter's gone everywhere. A bit fell in your mouth.
Yeah,
Oh.
I just hop off
You've got this-
Romad.
You've got this lovely big scar now as well, where this wolf has torn into your collarbone.
There's now like
Hurts, okay?
there's now that covered in the blood of the wolf as well.
You have wolf blood in you now.
It's like,
If I turn into a fucking fire, I'm blaming Theodas for this. You fucking furry. You're such a furry.
I moved like what, like 15 feet there, didn't I?
Something like that.
So I'll move like another. I'll turn. Go 1, 2, 3 to join right here.
Okay. Philippe, the dire wolf,
Yes.
is going to attempt to bite you again. And with a 15, it doesn't hit you. So
No.
it bites out and it scrapes along your... Do you have armor? I don't
No, I just have my torso.
It bites out and you just dodge backwards out of the way of it.
You just a pup.
You've been taking lessons from me, haven't you?
Says the drunken monk as he watches.
What will Tammy do this turn, Tanny?
Yeah, I carried Ben like a backpack.
Right, so basically, what is happening then? Because since I kind of like left and came back, I'm assuming the wolf that
Both of the normal wolves have been dealt with.
killed.
The only wolf left is the giant dire wolf,
Help
We're
me.
nowhere near that, so.
who is over
And
here,
this so-called Theodas guy. Okay.
and Theodas the wolf over here.
Theodas the were-dog. Back at me, bitch.
Let's just hope Tammy followed and saw you turn into a wolf.
Tammy basically just goes over to Romad and just see if he's alright.
Yeah, they got this.
Romad, it is your turn. On
How
your
bad
on
am I
your
okay now?
on your turn, you can use half of your movement speed to stand up.
Yes, please.
So you get back to your feet.
And get this silly little symbol off on me. Get that. Thank you. Thank you.
You sort of push most of a wolf to one side as you stand up.
Yep.
Most of a wolf.
A bit more bleeds on you. It's like
I get up. I slowly get up, and I'm just giving daggers to Theodas. Like, I'm gonna fucking murder you after this. This is so cute. I can't.
And so you've
But-
there's still a
Yeah.
dire wolf threat, but Philippe and Torin Vasudasegiesh are both over there.
Okay, I don't think I can do anything else. I can only just get up. I don't want to use any power. I don't want to use any power, so I think I'm just gonna skip the turn now.
Okay.
I'm just sitting up. I'm just taking my
So you
raven.
you stand
and
up.
given-
You sort of put your hand over the gaping chest wound you suddenly have.
Yeah. And then I'm basically just giving like a death stare to Theodas wolf form.
Riordan Ethrana.
Okay. I'm going to run over here, and I'm going to hit it with the quarterstaff.
That sounds a good plan. What could possibly go wrong? Well, you hit.
Everything will go wrong.
See, that was when the comedy value you roll a 1.
He did like a really. If it's going past his actual like armor class, right? Just imagine really, I'm just doing a really like good old jump and then just like smacking him with the quarterstaff. Out of nowhere, he just like jumps over and you have to see him out of like the high sky and then just smack the direwolf on the head with the quarterstaff.
Would you like to do your flurry of blows there, Riordan?
Yes.
Yes, I will do a flurry of blows.
So mark off another key point.
Oh,
Done.
we are back again.
Okay, here we go.
And
So
you get to
another smack with a quarterstaff.
make 2 more attacks. That's another hit.
At 5.
And then I'll go for another quarterstaff hit.
That is a miss.
Damn it. Oh well.
You lose your drunken balance at the end.
He was
Well, I
trying
can
to
still run
use
away,
infinite combo.
You just lost your buzz, that was what it was.
And can I still run away?
You can still run away.
Okay, I can add another turn on so I can go
Damn.
a total of...
Just run down to the campfire and start making the
I
sausages.
can go 35 feet. My aim is to try and grab the attention of the dire wolf, by the way.
Okay.
So I can at least try and get it to turn around.
So you do you do like the road runner tongue thing,
Meep, meep.
and then run away.
Pretty much. Right, I'm going to run down there then. Okay,
Meow.
so there we go. I run
Yeah.
down there in a drunken style
So
and then turn back to face him.
Will it be like rolling to get them?
Riordan kind of stumbles down the hill, and in a spinning flurry
Like in
of
Pirates of the
blows.
Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, when Captain Jack is running away from all the cannibals. Like,
Theodas.
Did I grab the attention of the...
He has turned to face you.
Good.
We're just on the no longer the
Theodas.
Yes. How much feet can I go with the wolf?
Wolf form can move 40 feet.
All right, I will move here and try to bite the direwolf in the throat.
Okay. Wolf. Bite.
I hope you don't get pinned down.
You miss.
Ah.
So you dive up to get him, and the direwolf just nudges
hopefully
to
get
one
Pulls
side.
you away. Down, pet.
Philippe.
Down, bird.
Philippe.
Yes.
It's your
Uh,
chance.
It
I
is-
have
You
a
should now have
question.
advantage.
I have a question. Can I try to tame the direwolf?
No.
Kill it!
Ah. Well, I'll just kill him then.
You can roll this attack with advantage, however, because the
It's turning its
the
back to
wolf
you.
is distracted by Theodos's wolf form on the other side.
You made a mistake.
That is a hit.
See? Yes. You turn your back on me.
I am the cat here.
11.
He did.
And the wolf.
considering I just see the health bar going
The wolf
beyond.
knows-
Spammels! Greetings,
there's a
Mr.
Spammels.
Spammels.
Greetings, Spammels.
Hello,
Hey,
Spammels.
Spammels.
Hello, Spammels.
Hi.
Can I just say, as Philip pulls the halberd out, he flicks it backwards, and some blood goes on Romad.
I know nowhere near the wolf.
He pulls that back really hard.
I'm gonna fucking murder you in a minute.
So coated in gore, Romad is real happy.
The rest of
How
us,
did it happen? No one knew.
the rest of us, pristine.
Practically shining.
I just curl up near the fire like a good dog.
I wipe the gore off my axe on this tent.
Can I do an investigation to take a look inside the tent?
There's
The
nobody
last,
here.
the last time I looked in a tent, there was a fucking great snake in it, so everyone else can do that.
Can I turn back into
My hay
into
fever has been
an elf?
driving me mad today as well, Spammels. It's been going round. Definitely been going round.
Been going right round.
I want to become me again.
Baby, right.
Boop.
So there's nothing in this campsite for us to find.
No, let's keep Theodas like completely forever wolf. That way I can easily give him loads of like, hey, go out there.
Oh. I really want to see at one point Raymond trying to sneak up on Theodas as a wolf with a rope, just to make it. There you are. Good job.
Can I try and take off the pelt of the direwolf?
You can attempt to. Make me a survival check, I think.
Can I help him out? Not sure I can't, because I'm still like bleeding from the neck.
Which is the point. I just suddenly thought, Quill, it's safe to come out now.
And
What
you
are you
hear,
trying, Scar? I couldn't hear that.
I'm
Can I do
trying
the
to
same?
take off
Try
the
for
pelt of
survival?
the direwolf.
I stumble.
Okay. Yeah, you probably got the best score.
unfortunately, the direwolf pelt is now ruined, as you've just kind of stuck your knife in it repeatedly at random.
Can I try one of the other wolves then?
I still take it, even if it's ruined.
There, Theodas, you idiots.
Well, no, thank you for saving your ass.
Same in my ass. You were like killing the wolf on top of me.
Thank you,
I-
Spammels. Yes, I am.
I was dead. I was dead.
As I walk past to say, oh, technically I killed the wolf while it was on top of you. But,
I try to skin the smaller wolves to see what this
Can I
goes.
try and skin the smaller wolf?
Yeah, you can both make survival checks.
That's not the same.
The headless one, or
Hey, look, these guys did
I
it better
tried the
than
one
you.
which I actually did.
Philippe,
why are you always so pissed off at me?
Philippe, you managed to get a sellable wolf pelt.
Yay!
Riordan, you carve. You get a decent amount of wolf pelt. You don't have a full pelt, but you've got
It's
some,
something.
and you can sell. You can probably sell it for a little bit.
Oh, that's all right. I want to use it to make a pillow.
With all of it, we can probably make some kind of jacket or something.
Philip,
Yes?
you might consider taking the meat of the wolves as well.
Of course, I would do that too, but just the skin
I'll do
before the meat.
Can I do that as well?
Do I do another survival check?
No, you can get enough meat off of this. You can get as much usable meat off this wolf as you can. There's
What do I need to roll to?
Hooray.
What do I
The
need to roll to
taste of
survive my wounds?
victory!
I was about to say I was gonna do lay on hands on you.
Can you please?
Like,
I'm
Yes.
literally
I just-
pulling at it.
I just turn to Romad. I go, high five.
No!
Where's our little friend?
As our hands mightily connect, I dump like 5 points. Or do you need more than that?
Well, my original, my hit points are basically 27, so I'll be back up to 20. I'm having a 26.
he took 6 points of damage, so
In that case, just one more. I replenish him. He is 6 feet. That's the full.
Yeah, I'm back to normal now, guys.
the
There you
wound
go.
seals itself shut. But there is still a slight scar.
A rad scar.
You can tell it's a bite mark as well. It's funky. It's got wolf
I've
teeth.
had enough bite marks. I've had enough more scars and everything. This is the biggest one I've got.
And about now, you hear the pitter patter of little porcupine feet.
Oh. I was
As
going to say, can I try and take a claw from the direwolf?
They're very
You-
useful, actually. Those
you can make me a survival check. It's messy, and you don't get a full set, but you do manage to get a claw.
That's all I needed. All I wanted.
With
So
what?
I take with me.
With the wolf pelt?
Yeah.
Oh, we hear the pitter patter of porcupine feet.
You hear the pitter patter of porcupine feet, and Spike and Quill re-emerge from the forest. And
Oh, your Didymus returns.
Hello.
Spike gingerly, sorry, Spike's the porcupine. Quill gingerly puts his bow back in the saddlebag. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
It's okay. Your steed was not obeying.
He's not exactly battle hardened.
Well, to be perfectly fair, a porcupine against a wolf is not exactly the
Not a
best.
fair match. But Pelep is just just round the corner, so we've not got long now. It should only be another hour and a half or so of travel. So we should be there middle of the afternoon.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
John,
Yes.
what check do I need to make for the nearest river?
Pardon?
Yeah, I was going to say what?
What check do I need? What check do I need to make for the nearest river?
Well, there's a puddle on the side of this map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go there.
That's what my brother always said about when I say just things are just round the corner.
Oh, I'll go over there and just wash my face.
You just
And
wash
then
your
come back.
face off and...
I'm just gonna chill around here for a bit. Tammy, just.
While you're doing that, can I try and brew a drink?
That'll take a little bit longer than you've got.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I can wait till next rest
but
time.
You can take a... I'll let you take a short rest here, so anybody who's got things that recover after a short rest, they recover now.
Yay.
Do the key points recover?
I believe key points recover on a short rest.
I think so.
Bear with me one moment while I read the book.
Does my shape-shifting recover?
Beast shape does.
Oh. Say...
Does Theodas get better at his bow and arrow and arrow making stuff yet?
I'm not saving you next time.
So yeah, wild shape recovers.
Oh,
You was to do that.
Scar,
actually.
Scar, can you make an arrow with the dire wolf bones?
I could.
Maybe that's almost 30.
I've been thinking of making arrows with the claws of the direwolf.
I don't know if they're long enough.
And
maybe.
yes, key points also recover after a short rest.
Beautiful.
Maybe we can use the teeth instead.
Did anyone check these tents, or were you just told there was nothing in them?
Do we get the
There was
HP
nothing in
back?
them.
There was nothing in them.
Can I try and
Philippe,
take some teeth from the...
Yes.
You can spend hit dice to recover hit points. So basically, you roll a hit dice. You have a number equal to your level to use. At the end of each long rest, you get half of your total back again.
So how do I roll? Oh, right. I saw the hit dice.
Yep.
Yes.
So, okay. And I get 9.
So you
So I
get
got
9 points
that-
of health back.
Okay. 44.
Hey Theodas, you want to play chess with me again?
Nice. I'll set the rest for later.
Okay. So on your character sheet where it's got hit dice, if you just write 2.
Yep.
And then you press on towards Pelep.
Okay.
Oh, well, I just want to play chess.
Pelep.
We don't have time to. We don't have time for you to lose at chess again.
Fuck up time.
Pelep.
I tell you what, you can play chess if I can play my ocarina.
Yes.
No.
Onwards.
Pelep is as
Okay.
strange as it is beautiful. It is a it is a town by pixie standards. So it's a very small city. There is a massive and ancient.
We're just edging across the map.
I'm out here.
I don't-
It's quietly for by.
I don't have a map screen for Pelep, unfortunately. So
We come across a
Oh,
strange,
just like going. Like,
we come across a strange
Right
invisible wall.
what
You
is
can,
this
you
magic?
guys can enjoy the picture for now.
Oh.
Ah! It's really just like,
Look at that cute little pudding.
So there is a massive and ancient tree in the middle of the city. The tree has leaves that shimmer a subtle cyan color, and small glowing flakes fall to the forest floor when the wind blows. The largest of the homes in the town are nearest to the tree, and it radiates out from there. None are actually attached to the tree itself, like the ancient tree in the middle of the town is entirely separate, but there are houses in basically every tree in this whole area. Some of the homes are as large as a wooden stove, and their entire exterior is coated in coins and rocks and mushrooms and pieces of shiny fabric. And the houses, basically radiating out, the houses from the furthest from the center grow smaller and become less extravagant in decor. Although every single house has some amount of bright decoration displayed on the front.
This place is blinging.
this place is pretty lit.
There are dozens of little pixies that flit back and forth throughout the area, playing games and chasing butterflies. There are some of them that you can see leaping from tree to tree on the backs of saddled squirrels. And then you can see off in the distance a fleet of about 6 or so pixies performing military exercises on the back of saddled crows. And as you approach, the fleet spiral outwards and come over and flap in a V formation in front of you. I am Fleep, leader of the Plep Avian Defense Squad. What brings you to our grand city?
Bring her over.
The crows hover in place.
Okay. Take care, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was distracted by the conversation Danny was having.
Sorry. Everything's alright. My mum and dad going out, so I got the whole house to myself.
Party
Anyway,
Daddies.
Avian Defense Squad, what?
I am Fleep, leader of the Plep Avian Defense Squad. What brings you to our grand city? Answer truthfully or be destroyed.
We were brought here by your compatriot.
Now listen
Quill.
here, you little.
And Quill will ride out on the back of Spike from behind you and leap and land in front of you. They are with me! He shouts up. They're going to take me to the Well of Wishes that the tall folk keep talking about. And the leader of the leader on the back of the crow laughs and puts away the small sphere thing that looks vaguely like he was about to pelt you with a blackberry.
Oh no, I was so frightened.
And basically, he keeps a straight face, but slightly chuckles. And the rest of the Avian Defense Squad just bursts out laughing. Okay then, Quill, whatever you say. You are free to enter, but be warned, if you try to steal from any of our beautiful homes, I will personally hunt you down and end you. And
Believe me, we will do nothing to cause your ire.
That is not our intention.
And they just fly back to where they were. And you can see that there is a corner of the village, a corner of the city, about the size of
New Jersey.
Yeah, surprisingly, it's oddly huge.
Huge.
There's several homes that are of larger than pixie size. That are all on the ground. That they're not. None of them really look big enough to be human. There might be one that's sized for an elf. But there are.
Someone's so insulted by that they left.
But yeah, there's one house that's elf size, and the rest of them are sort of halfling or gnome sized.
Do they look kind of like? Do they look like because obviously the pixies have their little home, so we can presume they made them.
They
look
fit
like they were made
into
by
the.
them?
They look like they fit into the aesthetic. They look like
So
they are.
They kind of were made
Who
for.
lives in there?
They are for the big folk that choose to live with us.
Do any
Are they
big folk live
occupied?
with you now?
I believe there are some, but it's a place that people come and go. It's
Is it a resting place?
some people choose to take vacations here. Some people choose to live here for a while as they move from place to place.
Ah,
Interesting.
very. Can we go and take a look and see if there's anyone there at the moment?
Well, first I should be going. I need to get ready for the journey to the well. Technically, he's a bit sheepish now. Technically, none of the other pixies believe that the Well of Wishes is a real place, and I'll only be able to get you the use of the teleportation network if it is real and we succeed in getting there. So, yeah. But I'm confident it exists. I'm sure it exists.
I'm sure it exists as well.
Well, we've come this far. We might as well
I
find
smile
out.
as warmly as I can, being an intimidating dragon person.
We are with you until the end of this quest, my friend.
Yeah.
I can promise you a human-friendly pixie bag should you go through with this and the Well of Wishes doesn't exist.
What is the? If I might ask, what is this human-friendly pixie bag?
It's a bag, and you can put things in it, and you can put more things in it than the space in the bag would suggest you could put in it.
Nice.
Wow.
So a never-ending bag, huh?
It's not quite never-ending, but it is.
It holds more than an average bag could.
It holds more
Damn.
than an average bag could. It's a bag for holding things.
Ah,
Metagaming. It's a bag of holding.